सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिप।
On the show at 8 p.m. this evening, what happens when law enforcers turn lawbreakers? It's a Republic investigation into how a drunk Delhi policeman crushed an innocent citizen. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, big win for the Adani Group. The markets regulator SEBI has completely cleared the Adani Group of allegations leveled by Hindenburg. Will the lobby speak up now? And at 9 o'clock tonight, he said he would drop a hydrogen bomb. It turns out that all he had was a big dud. Rahul Gandhi with his vote chori dud once again. Ladies and gentlemen, on the outskirts of the national capital in Gurugram, a tea seller sleeping behind his stall. Ladies and gentlemen, a tea seller, sorry for the location there, but this incident didn't happen in Gurugram, it happened in central Delhi, where a tea seller is sleeping behind his stall and he gets crushed at dawn when a van drives him over. Now the important thing is that it is a Delhi police PCR van. A Delhi police PCR van meant to save the lives of people in the middle of the night, kills a man driving straight into his makeshift shelter. The two policemen inside were alleged to have been drinking through the night. A liquor bottle found in the vehicle and near the booth allegedly. The victim's son has alleged that the policemen in the PCR van were drunk and the accident spot was their regular drinking hangout spot. Eyewitnesses have said that the van mounted the pavement head-on, a path inconsistent with, quote, an accidental press of the accelerator, which means there was a high possibility that the policemen were drunk. The New Delhi Deputy Commissioner of Police states that the medical checkups of the suspended officials have been conducted and no traces of liquor have been found in any of them. But I am asking tonight, how do we believe the Delhi police who won't personnel have killed a man? The Delhi police has merely suspended the individuals concerned and called it an unfortunate accident. It's not an unfortunate accident. And the Delhi police is nobody and in no position to give itself a clean sheet. Ladies and gentlemen, we all remember 3 days ago, a very rich lady in a speeding BMW, ladies and gentlemen, a very rich lady in a speeding BMW killed a man and took his body 19 kilometers away. The victim was a deputy secretary of the Ministry of Finance, but nobody in the government came and spoke on his behalf. Just 3 days ago in Haryana, a speeding car allegedly driven by a head constable ran over 3 brothers returning from school, killing 2 of them and leaving the third seriously injured. Now, we keep talking about what the value of a common man is. When SUVs kill, we question those on power. When flights kill, we question the airlines and the regulatory agencies. When train accidents kill, we question the ministry, ask the rail minister to resign. When negligence in hospital kills, we question the hospital administrations. But who do we question? When the police van with policemen inside turns into a speeding grenade, and when people who are meant to safeguard law and order end up killing people with vans driven on taxpayer money they were supposed to protect, but they turn killers. Is the police working for the people or against them? 2 days back, I said, it's not my job. We keep doing investigations at Republic like it's our job, like we're the prosecution. It's not ours. But this is the condition of those who should be leading prosecutions in the country. The levels of irresponsibility are immense, and the Delhi Police Commissioner should stop trying to protect his own. Let's debate.
In the dock for a deliberate go-slow in BMW luxury killing case, now one of the Delhi police's own has turned the killer. In the crack of the dawn, a Delhi police PCR van rammed into a tea stall vendor, Gangaram Tiwari, crushing him. Moments later, the locals confronted the cop. Watch the condition of the cop. Locals allege that he was drunk, a claim rejected by the police without furnishing any proof.
देखिए पुलिस बूथ के अंदर शराब की बोतलें मौजूद है, कैसे जस्टिफाई करेंगे?
इन्वेस्टिगेट हो रहा है।
केस तो रजिस्टर हुआ है, क्या क्या एक्शन लेंगे आप?
एक्शन लिया जाए।
क्या आप सस्पेंड हो चुके हैं? एक अधिकारी जो
नहीं ना, वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है।
देखिए जब आप सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, एक जायज सवाल है, रिपब्लिक पे जायज सवाल है कि आप क्या क्या एक्शन लेंगे?
चौकी चल रही है सर।
देखिए मैं सत्येंद्र जी, मैं आपसे सवाल कर रहा हूँ, सिर्फ ये बताइए, पुलिस बूथ के अंदर जो है शराब की बोतलें क्या कर रही है? पुलिस बूथ के अंदर, अच्छा एक चीज़ और बता दीजिए, उस वक्त जिस वक्त दुर्घटना घटती है 2 पुलिसकर्मी मौजूद थे, एक जो है महिला भी मौजूद थी, वो महिला यूनिफॉर्म में नहीं थी, वो कौन थी? वो कह रहे हैं कि घटना के बाद निकल के भाग गई। इंस्पेक्टर साहब, मेडिकल टेस्ट किया आपने, अल्कोहल टेस्ट किया, ब्रेथलाइजर किया?
The police faces charges of converting a PCR van meant for the service of the citizens into a private drinking bar. Hear what an eyewitness had to say.
गाड़ी आ रही थी 50 स्पीड में, सन से निकाले, काट नहीं पाए थे पूरा, वो पेड़ में लड़ा दिए पूरा। उसके बीच में चाचा जी हमारे लेटे थे, दब गए, एक्सपायर हो गए तुरंत।
अच्छा आपका कहना ये भी है कि जिस वक्त ये दुर्घटना हुई उस वक्त पुलिस के जो पीसीआर वैन है उसके अंदर शराब की बोतलें थी, क्या ऐसा था?
जी, बोतल निकली है, मैं बोतल रोका, मत निकालो, तो पुलिस वाले गन रखते हैं।
ये एक बोतल, दो बोतल, 3, 4 बोतलें यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। तो ये जो पुलिसकर्मी है वो यहाँ पर किसके, ये अच्छा देखिए हमें एक और एविडेंस मिल गया यहाँ पर इस वक्त। हाँ, ये यहाँ पर एक हिमेश नाम के कांस्टेबल हैं, उनका जो साइनेज है वो यहाँ पर इस वक्त मौजूद है।
पुलिस वाले का बिल्ला जो लगा रहता है, नेम प्लेट यहीं पे पड़ा हुआ है, अभी मिला है यहाँ पे मौके पे।
Delhi police on one hand shielding the accused in BMW hit and run, now evading Republic's question when one of their own was behind the wheels. Family of differently abled man Ganga Ram awaits justice.
जिनका देहांत हुआ है वो आपके कौन थे? फादर थे। अच्छा वो यहाँ पर कब से रहते थे? उनकी जो चाय की दुकान है यहाँ पर कब से फंक्शन?
10-11 साल हो गए।
जिस वक्त ये दुर्घटना घटी उस वक्त जो है वो आर.के. आश्रम मार्ग के इलाके से इस तरफ से जो पुलिस की वैन है वो आती है। उस वक्त कह रहे हैं ऐसा कि पुलिस की गाड़ी के अंदर 2 पुलिसकर्मी यूनिफॉर्म में थे और एक महिला भी मौजूद थी।
Second major hit and kill case in less than a week. Guardian of justice behind the wheel in one case. Who will ensure safe roads for the citizens?
So, what does a citizen do in a case when the police are drunk inside a police van and the son discloses there was also a lady in the police van with the drunk police? Apparently, he says they were completely drunk. There were 2 people inside a police vehicle. There was one girl too. Who is the girl and who is this girl and why is the girl inside the police vehicle? That also at so early in the morning. A bottle of alcohol is found in the car. The nameplate, the police nameplate of the police official is found. The stench of liquor was very strong. And in a drunk situation, the 2 intoxicated policemen run over an ordinary citizen who is sleeping in the road, a 55-year-old man. These are the circumstances. The Delhi police says these are all lies. Yogita Bayana, the Delhi police says these are all lies, the policemen are innocent, good people, it was an unfortunate accident and they closed the case. Your thoughts on this?
What else you can expect? What else we can expect from the people who are supposed to be protecting us? They are the ones who are now criminals and unfortunately they will never acknowledge it, and unfortunately who will be doing the investigation will be their team only, and they will try to protect their fellow people. And this is not for the first time we have heard this. They are the ones, those who flaunt these kind of norms, and this is now involving the lives of the people. And and I don't really have 1% of doubt there was a woman inside that vehicle, because we get such cases and they turn out to be molesters and they drink, and you can very much see in the video that he's drunk. We don't need any proof. Then definitely he will come out very clean, because they need to protect their images, so-called, is so important for them that lives don't matter. No matter how much protection they will get, But we know the truth. We know that not that Delhiites, I think entire country is suffering from the same issue, that people who are supposed to be protecting us, I don't want to get into the depth, but it's a very serious subject. But when we try to say that, a woman is molested and when she goes to the cops, and if they get the opportunity, they are the first ones to kind of lay their hands. And this is a very sad situation. And I know relating to these two important things is also important, that who are supposed to protect, they will definitely, there is no doubt that they'll get away with it. And we really will feel helpless. Unfortunately, there is no policing over police. That's exactly we are lacking in this country. And in Delhi, this is a very, very regular scenario, and no work has been done on overall road safety. We might be building roads after roads, and we might be feeling very proud of the expressways we have, the roads we have, but really no work has been done on road safety overall when you were talking about the other cases, other than this.
I don't know how it
case.
is in other parts of the country, but in the National Capital Region, the police are getting a very bad name. Dr. Vikram Singh, 2 days ago, 2 children were killed in Haryana by a speeding car. The car was also a police car. Local people had to catch the driver, who was identified to be a head constable and handed over to the police. There also, the policeman was allegedly in an inebriated state, completely drunk. So
Absolutely,
drunk,
Arnab.
yeah, please.
I would say that the police have been caught on the wrong foot multiple times. The incidents that you have mentioned, and I could also recount 2 or 3 more, even glaring, gross misdemeanor and acts of indiscipline. Agreed that the alcohol may not have been found in the bloodstream and the blood test breath analyzer, but the fact of the matter is, what were empty liquor bottles doing? And you have another police officer in your panel who will say, even the presence of an empty liquor bottle is bad enough, indicative of the mindset. And to say that he pressed the accelerator accidentally, all of us know what basic driving is. You really have to try very hard to press the accelerator accidentally and take over the ramp and crush the deceased Ganga Ram Tiwari, a physically challenged person. Now, obviously, their cognitive powers were bad. Obviously, but let me tell you, deterrent action has been taken against them. Deterrent action has
What
been
deterrent
very soon
action,
will be taken
sir?
against the ASI as well.
No,
But now,
that is what deterrent action, sir? Suspension for 15 days? Is suspension deterrent action?
No, one has been sent to jail. One has been sent to jail also.
No.
I mean,
Suspension.
has been sent to jail.
No, what does suspension mean in a case like this?
Suspension, I agree. Suspension doesn't mean a thing.
Suspension
But one
is a cover-up, right?
has been sent to jail. And I'm sure the other person, who is the leader, who is morally responsible for the accident and the action of his junior colleague, he also needs to be sent to jail. Sent to jail. But there is a system we cannot,
jail,
of course,
but you see, the clean sheet, Karan, has already been given here. In this particular case, the police has given a clean sheet saying it's an unfortunate incident, we'll provide compensation. It's an unfortunate incident, we'll provide compensation. We are not setting an example here for the country. Today, if there is an incident like this in Thiruvananthapuram or Chennai, they will say in Delhi, a citizen died, what happened? We'll give 10,000 rupees compensation.
Unfortunately, Arnab, life has become extremely cheap in India, and the police is unfortunately become the predator rather than the protector. This is what it has been reduced to, and this is murder, Arnab. There is no way, there are no two ways of looking at it. We have a legendary police officer on our panel in Vikramji, and Vikramji has also called it out in the past that unfortunately today the police in our country is reduced to a position where even in your worst circumstances, you should think of a solution but not go to a police station. That's the unfortunate reality of the police. The police reforms, the report gathers dust, Prakash Singh's judgment on that. None of that has happened. Where is the police complaints authority? Year after year, incident after incident, we are back to square one, Arnab. You call it out, your brave reporters called it out, otherwise it could have very easily been brushed under the carpet. Just another life, just another number. That is the sad reality. We can prosper and become the 4th largest economy, a 4 trillion economy, but till the policing doesn't improve, we as a society cannot prosper. We have to underline this fact and we have to make an example here. This man must be tried for murder. This is a murder. That's how I see it. You can't get away by saying this was my intention, apology, suspension or any kind of remuneration. Nothing brings this man back to life. They need to be made an example out of. This police officer needs to be tried for murder and needs to be shown the door. We need to
But
set
he's
an
not going to be
example and we
tried to
need
murder. He's
bring
not
in
going to
the
be
police
tried to
reform.
murder because the person who died is a poor 55-year-old man who's sleeping on the road. So there's a power equation going on here. Viewers, please understand there's a power equation in our country out here. Police is one level above poor people sleeping on the road. You can kill a poor person sleeping on the road and you can just close the case. Ellen Rao is the police.
Thanks to your channel's reporters who reached out there, Arnab at least brought it out. But these kind of things happen so randomly and so much frequently in the city itself, because we get cases. There was a case not so many years ago. There was a boy, who was shot at just on the suspect of something, and he's in coma till now for last 10 years. Our NGO is taking care of him, and that guy is not even suspended. He was suspended on the face of it, and he said, "Oh, accidentally I shot." That case is still on with us, and no, nothing has been done against him. He shot at him just because he argued a little on the kind of a barricade, and they said we shot him accidentally. And these kind of cases are very much frequent in this country. We feel so jittery about the same things because this is happening right. RK Ashram is in the central Delhi. It's not even. It isn't very much in Latin zone. You can imagine this is happening. The cops are drunk. They are drinking throughout the night with the women in their police vehicle. What else you can expect? Where are we heading? What
Delhi
will you
police
talk about the
officials,
country?
Ellen Rao has been former DCP special cell. Delhi police officials sitting in a police car are drinking through the night. A woman is there with them. There are bottles with them. They are completely drunk. Now, when they're completely drunk, they say we press the accelerator. How do you press the accelerator so hard that it jumps over the pavement and goes into a makeshift home? ये झूठ बोलने की भी हद होती है.
Arnab, it's for me.
Yes, it's for you.
Good evening to all your panel specialists and the viewers. And this is really a very sad state of affairs what is being told by your channel. And thanks to your channel, you are exposing all these things. And especially, this is very strange that the person, if he was really a drunk, then definitely it comes under the culpable homicide, not amounting to murder. It cannot be said a murder case, but definitely it's the second stage of murder, and this will come under 281 and something like that, and BNS. But definitely the suspension is, I agree that suspension is not a punishment, but at the same stage, before proceeding to other proceedings, that suspension has to be done, and it has been done by Delhi police. But I think the case case has also been registered against the erring driver who has pressed that accelerator so hard, causing this death to that poor people. That is at this stage. This is the stage of earlier investigation of this case, and with such of the bad incident on the part of Delhi police, we cannot generalize that all Delhi police is bad. But definitely, whosoever is doing all these things, they should be punished as per law.
No. One minute. No. How is the Delhi police investigating this case? They are the ones who are the accused.
No, Arnab, definitely.
No, I'm asking you.
Investigation has to be done by the police anyway.
Has to be the police only. Investigation has to be done by the police
only has to investigate.
No, but in this case, if the investigation, I don't trust the police. Do you trust the police? Vikram Singh, do you trust? I don't trust the police anymore.
No, Arnab, that
This
would
is
be
a problem. We don't have an
Let us
agency,
not
and we go to
indulge in
CBI
sleeping.
and other agencies.
Actions
Still,
are
sir
high,
is the
but
expert.
let us be
but
reasonable.
I don't think
It will be
any
the
of
police
it.
department that will investigate. Important points have been made
Unfortunately.
by Yogita ji, Ellen Rao Sahab, Karan Verma ji. But I would say that these two are not the brand ambassadors of the Delhi police. Delhi police has a size of almost 85,000, and there are bound to be one or two deviants. They are the exception rather than the rule. And rest assured, a case under 106, 105 has also been registered against them. Culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Serious charges have been slapped on them. But I would be very happy if the ASI had also been sent to jail. The constable Khamesh has been sent to jail in any case. You don't lose your name tag, and if you do, you take pains to retrieve it. You generally don't leave it unless one is inebriated or there's a scuffle. In either case, the constable has no business to be in police service because he has disgraced the uniform. And the manner in which they conducted himself, Mr. Ellen Rao would know the recovery of an empty liquor bottle also is an incriminating act and should be taken to task. And my last point would be, there are no bad soldiers, there are only bad generals. I also would like the supervisory officers to be a little more alert and take a closer look and closer supervision of the junior colleagues. This is totally unacceptable.
No, but the Delhi police calls it an accident. The evidence points at criminality, right, Karan? This case is one of criminality. It's not an accident. Why is the Delhi police judged it to be an accident? They prejudge the case to give a clean chit to their own people. They give a clean chit to their own people, they all go scot-free. So can sit in another car tomorrow, get other people into the car, start drinking in the car and kill a few more people. I'm very concerned. These are the policemen who will be expected to provide security to the most high security zone in the entire country. Imagine in the center of the national capital, if policemen are drinking inside cars and doing hanky-panky and then killing people in the middle of the road. It's not a joke out here. Who's safe? If there are going to be 100 drunk policemen in the heart of the national capital in PCR vans.
Unacceptable.
But,
Vikram ji just said that these people are the aberrations. They are not the norm. I beg to disagree with him. Sir, you have been an exception, but today the system is rotting. We have to address the system. There are systemic issues. Today it's almost glamorized that police officers are like this. They do consume alcohol by the end of the evening. There are songs which glamorize this sort of culture, this sort of behavior. This has almost entered mainstream culture. So unfortunately, and when the same people, their same colleagues are going to preside over what they did actually. So how can this be accountable? I mean, there has to be either a court-monitored investigation of this. How do you expect the police to be fair and impartial with their I would say people who are complicit in this or their companions, their friends? And it's simple, Arnab. In the police department, we've seen many times, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. We exchange what we have to under the table and we give each other a clean chit. That's an unfortunate reality that has been exposed in the past. So there has to be police reforms, Arnab. There's no other way about it. And there has to be an accountability mechanism. As you rightly said, I don't feel safe in the presence of these people. And I say this with a heavy heart because I want to trust our police. There are some genuinely exceptional officers like Vikramji who've done a great service to the country. And we bow in respect to them. But unfortunately, they are a minuscule minority, unfortunately, and which is why the system needs to change. People like Vikramji need to take training sessions, workshops. That needs to happen. How do we have this culture where a police officer can get away with any sort of language, push around anyone, throw his weight around? What sort of nonsense has crept into our policing system? Where is the seva bhav? Where is the bhav of actually going out to help others? That is a distant memory of the past, perhaps. So it's a sad state of affairs, Arnab. And thanks to you and thanks to this sort of journalism, that at least these people will now be taken to book. Otherwise, a clean chit would have been very easily. They pretty much started cushioning it when they said this is an accident. So let's see how it unfolds. Maybe we see justice happening here because of the pressure built up by the media and the citizens.
Well, let's keep putting up the pressure. The police in Delhi, as of now, has a very bad record. And this is most unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, point of view out here, you will not find the corporate media talking about it. Why is only Republic making it a big deal? Because the corporate media compromises on everything.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।